McLoone here for Rewind That Track and discussing today Cardi B. Why won't celebrities and big artists learn to shut up? Regardless of their size, stature, how long they've been in the game, it seems that some people just can't keep their mouth quiet. I don't know whether the managers aren't speaking to them, their management, they're doing it for the edgy vibes, doing it for the promotion, but some people mess up way too much. And Cardi B at the moment is in the middle of a shitstorm on Twitter, on Instagram, and sort of all across socials because she has come out, well, she hasn't come out recently, I said it, she's come out 3 years ago and the video has just cropped back up again on Instagram promoting robbing and drugging and robbing, that way around, men and stealing from them. So she works as a stripper, would take men back after she finished a shift to a hotel, drug them and then rob their possessions and stuff like that. She's come out and said this, and her excuse was that she needs to survive. She did what she did to need to survive. Doesn't really cut it though, does it? I mean, to be honest, like lots of people out here that haven't really got the money, living on the breadline, and they're not drugging and robbing people. The thing that's going to be an interesting debate and has come up quite a bit at the moment is that people are going, well, if you look at her, she's done that in the past. She says she's done that in the past, she's changed now. There's other artists and other rap artists that have done something similar but haven't had the same repercussions. Wrong. Rick Ross, probably around 2013, 2014, was on a track and spat the lyrics basically saying that he put Molly in a girl's drink, she didn't know it, took her back and had sex with her, she didn't know it. Obviously a massive no-go area, totally fucked up. And from that, the repercussions were that Reebok dropped him. He lost his endorsements basically for putting that lyric out there, for being on a track featuring that, lost his endorsements, absolutely behind that 100%. So, Cardi doing the same thing is no different. Now the difference is that everyone else is coming out and saying is that other rappers are spitting and saying about killing people, robbing people, stuff like that. The thing that is going to be brought up into the most discussion is where do you place the different crimes in order of severity, in order of hierarchy and stuff like that. Do you think that drugging people is below or above robbing people at knife point, robbing people at gunpoint? That's where the discrepancy comes in at the moment, because there's a lot of people jumping on the bandwagon saying, oh, it's not fair though because girls aren't the same, like girls, she's not being treated the same as the blokes and stuff like that. Blokes have been, and rightly so, dropped from their endorsements, shunned, stopped performing, stuff like that, dropped off. If you take out all of the different points that make you emotive, if you take out all the subjective points and they're just left with the objective piece of a human being drugging another human being, that's trash, surely that's trash. Like regardless of whether she's her race, her gender, what type of music scene she's in, if you take the basic facts, and that's the thing that people obviously are getting in the way of at the moment, they're getting an emotive side, they're getting swayed because of other aspects which are not the facts. The facts are a human being has date raped another human being. Look at Bill Cosby. I know it's not the same industry exactly, but Bill Cosby has obviously been shunned, has been charged and stuff like that, rightly so. So, should she be in a position to be the #1, the first headliner on Parklife Festival in Manchester? Probably not, to be honest. Should she really be headlining Parklife if we're taking off people like, for example, in the sort of the more music scene that I'm used to, people like Ten Walls, people like Jackmaster, people that a lot of people like their music, but because of repercussions or because of what was going on, were dropped from labels, were dropped from events, were dropped from headline acts, were dropped from shows, just because of the stuff that had come out with them, some of the behaviour that had gone on. This is happening to blokes, so the people that are saying, oh, it's not happening to white blokes, it's not happening to straight blokes, it's not happening to DJs and stuff like that. It is happening. It absolutely is happening. It just depends how far you scratch beneath the surface. If you're not into the music, you might not realise it, but it is happening, 100%. I mean, the one thing you don't really want to bring into it, because it then takes away from the actual subjective facts, is gender. When you start bringing all these other emotive sides into it, like gender, like race, like how long she's been in the game, like what type of music she makes, that's when people start to lose sight of the actual facts and start to get clouded vision. Like when you look at the facts, a human being has used drugs to drug another human being and steal from them. And also the other thing that's really annoyed, it's also damaging the sex industry trade, because there's a lot of girls and boys and guys and everything in between that work very hard to promote equality within the sex industry. They're trying to legalise it and are really working their asses off to try and promote it in a more open and accepted manner in the UK, in the US and everywhere else around the world. Then You've got people like Cardi B who on shift or just after shift has been like, yeah, bring a guy back to the hotel. Yeah, absolutely. Then damages the reputation of all these people. It undoes a lot of the work that these people are doing. Good workers, honest workers, day in, day out. And then you've got someone like her, which is coming through, tarnishing the reputation because of her actions, and then is going, well, I had to do what I had to do, I had to do what I had to do. No, it does not count. So on the flip side to this, you've also got other industries which have a similar story. James Gunn, director of the latest Guardians of the Galaxy film, was dropped because of tweets that were brought up a long while ago. He had come out and said he was joking about all of them. It was his style of comedy at the time, didn't really find it funny now, but at the time it was a different story. Disney dropped him as a director. About 7 or 8 months later was reinstated. So you have to look at this cancel culture which is going on at the moment. What a lot of people don't understand is that there'll be people at the Daily Mail, at the Sun, at a couple of these other fish and chip papers that will spend hours going through old tweets of celebrities, hours going through old tweets of film stars, of artists and stuff like that, just to find that one little one just at the start of their career where they might have said something slightly offensive or slightly out of un-PC or something like that, and then bam, front page. Some people believe that obviously 15 years ago some things are more acceptable than they are now. Some comedians will say that they were doing it for comedic value rather than what they actually believe in. Different things have become acceptable over the last 15 years and stuff like that, so it depends really the way you look at it. But there will be people working at these newspapers which will get a scoop like that because that's easy pickings. You know, clickbaity titles and stuff like that. If a big artist that you love, that you really, really like, is obviously doing something offensive and you see that in a headline, you're going to click on it straight away. Easiest story in the world to do. You've got to spend 5-10 minutes looking through people's old tweets. And you have to look, do people's actions that they did 5-10 years ago still represent them now? Are they acceptable? Or should you draw a line underneath it? Now I think the issue at the moment is that there's blurred acceptability, whether that's what or not, I don't know, between what is okay for some people and what is okay for not. If you're going to start doing stuff like this, it needs to be a blanket statement. It needs to be objective. It needs to be, that is what is happening for absolutely everybody, regardless of whether you like them or not, regardless of what music they're into, what scene they're into, what gender they are, what race they are. If you're going to start bringing up old tweets and old stuff that people have said and holding them accountable, you need to do it across the board. You can't pick and choose just because of someone's gender or just because of someone's race. If we're going to have the whole equality stuff going on, you need to take all of the emotive subjects out of there and you just need to focus on the facts. So, should Parklife cancel it as a headliner? Personally, I believe so. Yeah, 100%. Because if it was someone else, people would go, oh, if it was a boy, you wouldn't be getting this, or if it's a guy, you wouldn't be getting this, or if it was this rapper, or if it was this DJ, or stuff like that. Yeah, you would. Yeah, you would. It's happened time and time again. I think you just need to scratch beneath the surface and not just take everything on Unilad, or take everything on Sky News' face value, or take everything on The Guardian's face value, because these are all, at the end of the day, don't forget, businesses. This is the thing that people forget. All of these newspapers and all of these news outlets aren't there, they're not doing it from the good of their heart. They're not doing it because it's their social responsibility. They are doing it to get views on the web pages so they can charge more for advertising. That is literally it at the end of the day. It is a business. Their journalistic integrity has gone out the window. It went out the window a long time because people stopped looking at web pages, people stopped looking at written content. People now are just creating content and headlines and clickbait titles because it pays the wages, and they've got to find a way to pay the wages, and that is it. So, what do you guys think? I mean, this has caused a lot of controversy online at the moment, where people are supporting her, where people are dissing her, where people are saying strip her of all of her titles, that she's playing at headliners for slots and playing at festivals and playing at events and stuff like that. Other people are going, you know what? It was in her past. She had to do what she had to do. She had to make money. Personally, I don't agree with that. Lots of people are poor. Lots of people don't go around robbing or stealing stuff. And this is the other thing as well. Just because she's a celebrity, the law is still the same. The law is still the fucking same. If you heard that your friend had taken someone out on a date on Tinder and had taken them back to their house, or taken them back to the girl's house or the boy's house or whatever, drugged them, or got them, even if you took out the drug part, even if you got someone really, really drunk to take advantage of them and then stole from them, you would, 99% of people would go, that is dirt, that is horrendous. Why is this any different just because she is an artist, or just because she's a celebrity, or just because she's headlining a slot on a festival? It makes no fucking sense at all. no sense whatsoever. So let me know what you think in the comments below. Are you on the side of Cardi, thinking, you know what, she's got to make her money, times in the past, everyone has the right to a private life, yada yada? Or do you think that actually she should be treated as an equal as everyone else, drops from headline slots, drops from festivals, and have their endorsements taken out? Let us know in the comments below. I'm sure there'll be a couple of people arguing in there, or there'll be a little bit of stuff going off. So leave your opinion and thoughts in the comments below, and we will jump onto there. Second thing, slightly different level, we have just started making Rerun That Track merchandise. Got a couple of designs on the website already, but this is one of the main ones. Bring back fingering, gun fingering, obviously, nothing else. But if you're interested in the designs, we've got a couple of different colour designs, all different sizes. So yeah, have a little look on the website. I've been Conor McLoone for Rerun That Track. Like I said, give us a comment in the section below what your thoughts are on it. There's obviously going to be a lot of differing opinions at the moment. It's something that's obviously brought into stuff to do with sexism, to do with the music scene, to do with festival culture, booking, cancel culture and stuff like that. So don't be afraid to get a little bit leery in the comments. Thanks very much.